Alright guys, we're making our baked apple and custard. It's going to be amazing, but first, all these little stickers have to go. Mom, you still complaining?
Yes. Alright folks, for the baked apples with custard, first off we're going Chris likes craisins. Most of the time I prefer raisins. So we've got craisins, raisins, some brown sugar, butter, and our apples. We're going to start off by coring the apples, so I'll get on that and I'll come back to you.
So this is the most time-consuming part of this whole recipe, is coring these apples and getting it all out.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Oh, shut up, Ann! Shut up! You know not my struggles.
I can see your struggles.
I forgot the anus
keep
here.
going.
I forgot the anus.
Oh,
right
dear
there.
Lord. I didn't think it had one of those.
It has a butthole.
So now we have a huge hole in the apple.
But it's cored. Look
But
at it.
it's cored. Thank
Perfect.
you.
On to the next. Oh, she's got 3 down, 1 to go. And we're going to show you. You want to put the butter in the schmutter. Butter in the schmutter. So just, just a little dab.
And this one has craisins because Chris likes his craisins over raisins.
These ones are
Raisins.
raisins. Those ones are craisins.
And just a little bit of brown sugar. Shove it down. And we'll start again. We'll put in a little bit of butter. Just a little bit. You don't want to go crazy. Not that this is going to be a healthy snack, guys. This is like comfort food right here.
Oh yeah, comfort food for the holidays. This is best around Christmas time if you're not one of those atheist people who don't get to celebrate and have any good food or anything. Not that we're super religious, we just liked our holidays.
We do. And
Like
we
today.
like fat food on the holidays.
And fat food on the nowadays.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. This is it. You see, I'm just pushing everything down inside the apple. A little sprinkling more of some brown sugar right on top. And again, just top it off. Kind of seal it with your butter. There you go.
Perfect. Alright, these puppies are ready to go in the oven?
No,
What
they are not. What we're going to do is put in a little bit of butter, just for good measure, and sprinkle a little sugar all around. Because hopefully that, with the apple juices, will create a very delicious sauce. All
Mom,
right,
how long
there
have you
we
been
go.
making these?
It depends on the size of your
No,
apple.
how long have you been making these?
Oh, these since I was about 18, I suppose.
And we don't ever tell the illustrious age, but it's
Oh, we
somewhere.
do. I'm 64, coming up on 65, so it's been a while. But these are ready to go in the oven, so we're going to do that.
Yum. Let's toss them in.
All right. Just testing for doneness, but they're not quite done. These are a little bigger, so we're going to give them another 15 minutes.
How long have they been in there for?
45.
So it's been a good hour for these ones.
Yeah.
And maybe even more?
Maybe. It depends on the apple,
The ripeness, the tenderness. I said the ripeness.
yeah, I suppose, and the juice content too sometimes.
Yeah, you don't want anything to get suckified.
So
Alright, back in the oven they go. Sweet!
okay, now we're going to make the custard while we wait on the apples. We start off with milk. I always do mine in the microwave because I don't like getting that burnt bit on the bottom. So I'm going to just pour the milk in, and I've got about 2 pints of milk here, and I'm going to use 1/4 cup of sugar and another little bit.
1/4 cup and another little bit.
So now we're just going to stick it in the microwave and put it on for about 5 minutes, see how it goes, and then just keep going in 5-minute increments till it comes to a boil.
Alright, let me stick it. How long has this milk been in here for, Mom?
Yikes. 10 minutes. I mean, they can bring it to a boil quicker on the stove. I just find this is a cleaner method.
Better, easier.
Well, just cleaner. Okay, and here we have your regular Argo cornstarch. I've put 1 heaping tablespoon in there. I'm going to do another one. You can see it's a pretty big heap. And then One more. So now we got that in there. We're going to add a little more milk to this.
And this is our custard thickening agent?
Yes. This will thicken up that custard because it's not hard to do, but it just is a little time consuming. But I'm telling you, truly, this dessert is just enjoyable.
Yeah, and when we edit this video, I don't want to edit too much out of it because there's not too much to edit out of it. We're showing like the bare minimums, but it still just takes a lot of time. This is one of those recipes that you're gonna have to sit back and be mentally prepared to just kind of take it as it comes and check the oven several times before they're ready and keep everything checked constantly. Don't let your custard overboil. You don't want that to happen, right?
Right, and at some point you're going to take a little taster, make sure you blow on it to cool it down with take a spoonful of the milk and see if it's sweet enough for you. Some people like it really sweet, some people like it less sweet. So that's all, again, that's personal choice. Now this is ready, and when our milk boils, this is what we're going to pour into the milk while we're whisking it.
Alright, so I'll whisk, you pour.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Alright, I just pulled the milk out, and this, I'm just going to taste it for sweetness.
The sweetness, mate.
And for me, that needs a little bit more sugar, so that's what I'm going to do, is add another, like, 1/8 of a cup, I guess. There we go. Then we're going to take a fork or a spoon and just stir it in. And we're going to put this baby back in the oven until it boils.
Microwave.
Yeah, microwave.
You could put it in the oven.
I could, but I don't think that'd do us a lot of good.
All right.
The milk, it looks like it's just starting to boil. And that's what we're waiting on. Okay. So you always, always, always want to be very careful when you take something this hot out and you're going to add some cold to it. Just dip it in gently. This didn't do it this time, but quite often you'll find that it rises up. It started sizzling and it rises up. And you don't want it to boil over and burn you. Now we have this cornstarch milk mixture here, and we're just going to slowly pour that in while we whisk.
Whisk while we work. How long do you gotta whisk it for?
Oh, just until you get all of the cornstarch in. And then we're going to add a little vanilla and a little coloring to this. You can leave it white if you want, but for different things I generally will add a certain color.
And those are the apples.
Yeah, we're just putting in a little yellow because that's what the original bird's custard's color was, so that's why I do yellow.
So all my life you've been food coloring custard?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
It's all lies.
I mean, if I make a strawberry trifle, I'll do this custard pink. Okay, so we've got our color in. We're going to add a splash of vanilla, 1, 2, because I like it.
It's very strong by itself. Have you ever drinking a shot of it, Mom?
No, I have not.
When I was a kid, back in the
Okay,
years.
now we're going to put this back in the oven for about, or in the microwave oven for about 2 minutes, just to help cook the cornstarch.
Perfect.
Now we're going to take the apples out of the oven because they are well and truly done.
Starting to split.
Yes. There we go. From oven to table.
So all 4 of these are mine, right?
No. I'm taking these ones out too.
Taking these ones out too?
Yes.
If these ones are done, they were a little bit bigger and were put in later, weren't they? Well, they're splitting.
These were a little smaller, that's why.
Oh, they're small.
Yes. That's what I said. It depends on the size of your apples. So, but when you start getting a little wrinkly and you start getting the splitting, usually that means they're done.
Yes.
So we're going to let them sit for a minute because they are extremely hot and I have to get back to my custard.
Perfect. And then you pull it out and you whisk, whisk, whisk.
Yeah, just whisk it up and it's ready to go. Now, if you don't like this, I like thin custard. If you don't like it this thin, you can always add more cornstarch to your milk mixture and it'll thicken it up. But I'm going to have a little moment to myself and then I'm going to enjoy one of these.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Now he's bringing the custard over to the apples. Look at that.
Perfect.
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 Okay, so everything's ready to go. I got my apple there. I just sliced it down the middle.
Oh, look how soft that is.
Yeah. And there we go, a few craisins on there. Now I'm going to add a big scoop of custard.
Don't be stingy with the custard.
No, you want a lake in that apple there. There we
The
go.
land of 10,000 lakes, and 2 or 3 of them should be custard.
So, should be, yes. Okay, here we go. Let me get some craisins here.
Okay, then I think that means it's good. I think that means it's good. Well, I'm about to try it too.